Hi, welcome to our documentary on the temperate forests. Now, the temperate forests cover most of Europe as well as the good portion of the United States and Canada. You can find at least one type of temperate forest on each continent, even on the continent of Africa. Now, besides there being sort of the general temperate forests such as the broadleaf, there are also many other varieties such as the evergreens, such as these ones behind me. Now, there are four different types of temperate forests. The first one is the most commonly known, and that is the broadleaf. That exists mainly on the east coast of the United States, in areas such as the Appalachian Mountains. The other types include the mixed wood forest, which is generally the most common of all the forests, which exists on Europe, North America, Asia, and even on the continent of Australia and New Zealand. The final one, and the least known probably out of all of them, is the temperate rainforests, which many people picture when they think rainforests, the jungle. But these rainforests are ones such as the forests on the east coast of the United States, such as Yosemite.
Hi, I am a different person. The deciduous temperate forest covers all of Europe and much of the eastern coast of the United States. Most of the flora includes broadleaf trees, which shed their leaves in fall due to the reduction of chlorophyll to prevent dragging winter. The deciduous forests are some of the only forests other than other types of temperate forests that have 4 seasons, which are self-explanatory. Due to the rich abundance of food in these forests, temperate deciduous forests have a rich variety of fauna, such as bears, rodents, lynx, and many varieties of deer. In the mixed broadleaf forests, this is mostly the same, with the exception of that its distribution is much more widely spread, existing in the far north and in the mountains. Its flora is of mixed broadleaf and evergreen.
Now, this picture here is of the broadleaf mixed forest. This forest mainly exists, as I previously said, on the mountainsides or in the far north of Canada, the United States, and of Europe and Asia. This forest is a mixture of both carnivorous and of deciduous forest, and is probably the most common forest. Now, generally what happens here is that the coniferous forest grows on the very bottom of the slopes, and as you move up, it becomes more so deciduous. This is because the coniferous forest grows much faster than the deciduous forest does. Now, the usual wildlife in this sort of forest is a mixture of various varieties of birds, such as Canadian geese, grouse, and hummingbirds. But also, there's a variety of other species, such as lynx, deer, and many varieties of bear, such as the black bear, and, of course, the grizzly bear. This forest is the most common out of all of them.
The carnivorous forest is purely made up of carnivorous trees, such as pine, spruce, and fern trees. This is an example. It grows mainly in soils with high acidity and is generally found in the northern part of Europe, such as Germany, Belarus, and Scandinavia. This forest is usually the fastest to grow up. A carnivorous forest can grow up within 20 years. However, carnivorous forests are under threat from logging due to the high value of their timbers.
This here is the deciduous forest. The deciduous forest is the smallest out of all of them, growing in mainly the northern part of Europe, in areas such as the UK, France, and Spain, in the very far north of Spain, that is, and growing on the east coast of the United States and in the very far south of Canada. The deciduous forest overall is probably has the greatest variety of the different species of animal and of flora. This is because the deciduous forests generally grow in the warmer parts of the continent. However, due to the fact that these forests are located in such areas, these forests are the greatest under threat, and since the start of the 20th century have decreased to almost a quarter of their size. This forest is considered probably the most endangered out of all of them, and different to the other ones, is slower to grow because of the climate.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed our presentation.